Hey guys, we're the Georges from the Remarkables Roads crew, and today we're going to show you how to fit two different types of snow chains. So the first chain we're going to be fitting, we like to call a disco chain. You can identify this by the tightener chain and the tightener hook on the front as well. So before you start with this chain, you want to lay it out nice and flat on the floor and make sure that none of it is tangled. Now the next movement is going to be sliding the whole chain behind the wheel so that the wheel sits in the middle of both halves of the chains. So I've moved the chain behind and I can still see the tightener chain and the tightener hook on either sides of the wheel, and I'm ready to do my first movement. So the first thing is to connect both ends of the plastic ring at the back of the wheel. We don't let go of the chain and we bring it over the front of the wheel where you'll see this green hook, and you just attach that to the other half on the chain. Now the second part, you move the chain back over the wheel so that it's nice and even. We don't want any part of the chain falling in front of the metal part of your wheel, you just want it on the tyre. Once that's done, you come round to your tightener chain at the bottom, you create your loop, then you go back on yourself to tighten it. Once you've done this, you've got this whole chain that you need to tuck away, and you have these handy loops on the inside of the chain to feed your tightener through. I've put it through both of those, and then we come back across the middle of the wheel and hook your tightener chain on. So that's the chain fitted. What we recommend you guys do is put both chains on, drive forward a couple meters, it loosens off the whole chain, and then you just come back and tighten it up again, and then you're good to go.
So the next type of chain we commonly see at the Remarkables is this purple one, otherwise known as the hula hoop chain, and it goes on like this. So when you put this chain on, you want to make sure that it's not tangled. So make sure all your hooks are laying out nice and flat, and you have this tensioner to the front of the tyre. So it just pops over the wheel like this. Make sure the purple plastic bits are on either side of the tyre. You don't want it on top, otherwise if you run it over, it'll just break. And then you want to get around the tyre and connect up the chain to the hook. And you can do this by turning the tyre. So turning the tyre just makes it easier and more accessible to grabbing the chain and the hook. So the next step is to tighten the front of the chain up, bringing it all together. So you want to do this by threading this lever through one of the chain links, and it just pulls back on itself. And this little link here just holds that lever back and it pulls it all together. If it's still loose, drive forward a couple meters and retighten the front up. These chains are designed for multiple size tyres. So if it's still too loose, tighten it up at the back and then retighten it at the front until it's nice and snug.
So just some more information guys for you on which wheels to put your chains on. If your car isn't all-wheel drive, then general rule of thumb is to put them on the front. Your chains do need to go on your driving tyres. So that's if you're a front-wheel drive, they need to go on the front, and if you're a rear-wheel drive, they need to be put on the back. Thanks for watching guys. We've been the Georges. Make sure you keep up to date with all the weather and road conditions on our website.
Watch out for the guys on the roads crew in high vis, follow their instructions.